Hey, 42 here. There are many terrifying animals on this planet, but on sheer looks alone, you'll find it hard to beat the Blippage Eye, otherwise known as whip spiders or tailless whip scorpions. These are an ancient race of unholy, godless-looking creatures, and I mean, honestly, just look at it. Can you imagine lifting up your bedsheets and finding that staring back at you? A horrifying experience only exceeded by finding Harvey Weinstein there instead. Blippage Eye have unsettlingly long legs with unnatural, blood-curdling proportions. They wield strange, flesh-ripping pincers and have a face fit for something that has crawled from the bowels of hell to end life as we know it. These disgusting, terrifying insects have been lurking in dark, humid environments since the Carboniferous period. As if Mother Nature, upon creating them millions of years ago, took one look and thought, God, that's hideous, then left it where it was. Blippage Eye don't just resemble a monster, they behave like one too. They are often subterranean, always nocturnal, hiding in places where you'll stumble upon them unawares, such as in leaf litter, bark, or in small caves. They use 6 of their 8 legs for walking, which they do sideways, like a crab. The other 2 legs are used for foul purposes nobody can discern, possibly obscene gestures. They seize their unsuspecting prey in their claws and then proceed to violently impale it and rip it to pieces, typically after descending on it from above, like a crossover between the spider-like dexterity of Ethan Hunt and the horrifying intentions of Tom Cruise. No, wait, that already exists. Although largely feeding on insects, Blippage Eye have been known to seek out the fresh, hot red blood of animal life when the opportunity strikes. When they mate, they violently spray sperm everywhere and then lure females into their sticky trap. Again, the Harvey Weinstein similarities are endless. Once the female has collected the sperm, she grows the young on her abdomen. Then, she carelessly lets them fall off and die of their own accord, without even a flutter of sympathy. Our planet is home to incredible natural phenomena and life that is astonishing in its beauty. Proud lions bellowing roars into the savannah. The auroras cast dazzling arrays of light into the sky. A huge flamboyance of flamingos dancing in salt lakes. It's all too easy to get sucked in by all this beauty and forget that Mother Nature can be a dick, and a scary and aggressive one of that. Because our world also contains terrifying, disgusting animal life that is either repulsive to look at, or exquisitely designed to end your life, or both. Mosquitoes, for instance, get a lot of press for, well, slaughtering human beings in droves. Mosquito bites, if you don't know, result in over 1 million human deaths each year. That's more than any other animal on the planet, including humans. But, as terrifying as that is, the mosquito itself isn't that scary. It's just a flying needle that makes a high-pitched buzzing sound and can be deterred by some store-bought repellent. Okay, that is a little scary, but it's hardly the stuff of horror movies. So, I hear you ask, what does make the cut? Well, I want you to imagine a creature so dangerous, so powerful, that of all the animals in Africa, it's considered the deadliest. This animal has killed more big game hunters than any other animal on the world's 2nd largest continent. Is it a man-eating lion? No. A rampaging elephant? No. It's this guy, the African buffalo. And whilst it frankly looks like a dumb cow, this is not an animal you want to take lightly, because behind its brainless-looking exterior is a being of pure, unadulterated angst and rage that will stop at nothing until it has turned you into human jelly. These massive animals, often nicknamed Black Death or Widowmaker, each weigh over 900 kilograms and can reach heights of 6 feet tall. That's 1 whole US ton of bovine destruction that is estimated to gore and kill over 200 people each year. Gore, if you don't know, is when a horn is driven directly into your abdomen or smashed straight through your ribcage or throat. And if the horns don't do the job, they can use their armored forehead to pulverize you with such force, your organs will rupture straight out of your body. They even attack men inside cars. Still not impressed? Well, they drink 40 liters of water a day. Yeah, now you're impressed. 3 elements make the African buffalo unbelievably dangerous. The first is that they have a warrior culture. African buffalo males are seasoned killers and brawlers who, in their quest for domination, fight for at least 8 years in their climb up the dominance hierarchy. Each male engages in complex rituals and to-the-death fights that improve upon its daring, aggression, resilience, ruthlessness, and combatability. Young males enter with fresh strength and vitality, and older males defend their rank with seasoned experience. It's the perfect melting pot for creating the ultimate bovine badass. The second element is that African buffalo males often go rogue, transitioning into an almost supernatural creature known as a dagger boy. These are old warriors that have been forced out by the herd by younger males. Dagger boys form smaller groups of hyper-aggressive, easily provoked killers, and like all African buffalo, they practice the combat strategy of attack first, ask questions later. Like a bunch of yobs in a McDonald's car park at 2 AM. As a result, these old warriors are an exceptionally dangerous, elite splinter group of an already lethal animal. The third element is that African buffaloes are like characters from a Tarantino movie. I don't mean they smoke oversized pipes and wield samurai swords. That would be funny, but they are hungry for vengeance and they do not forget injustices. If they come into conflict with a human, they will often circle around him, pursue him, and attempt to ambush and kill him, even if it's been days after the initial confrontation. Wounded buffaloes are one of the most aggressive animals on the planet. And upon the merest glimpse of you, they're likely to instantly charge you, driving their 2 tapering horns into your stomach, disemboweling you and sending your flailing body soaring into the sky like the hopeless clown you are. Have you ever wondered why we dive with great white sharks, but not saltwater crocodiles? Well, it's because saltwater crocodiles have one desire, above all: to murder the ever-loving shit out of you. They are what is known as a large and opportunistic, hypercarnivorous apex predator. That's quite literally what it says on their Wikipedia page. I challenge you to find a more impressive animal description. This means a few things about our friend Salty. It's the top dog, the undisputed alpha of its environment. It's hyper-aggressive and all-consuming in appetite for flesh. It takes whatever opportunity for murder it can get, wherever it can get it. Saltwater crocodiles will ambush their prey, striking from murky water, where it smashes its victims against a waterbed, drowns it, or swallows it whole in its enormous jaws. Because of how unbelievably powerful, large, and vicious they are, saltwater crocodiles are capable of killing any other animal that it comes across. This means sharks, other crocodiles, bovine species, and even humans are all on the menu. They can grow up to 7 meters in length, are coated in thick, armored scales, and can weigh up to 1,500 kilograms. They swim 3 times as fast as the fastest human swimmers, so there is no escape. They can spend so long at sea, they literally grow barnacles like a pirate ship. And for all intents and purposes, they are a 240 million year old living dinosaur. They haven't evolved since the beginning of time. Mother Nature created a perfect, death-dealing lizard monstrosity whose ancestors quite literally dragged Tyrannosaurus Rex to a watery grave. Could you say the same about your family tree? Well, maybe. Granddads can get quite aggressive after a few whiskeys. A study by researchers at Charles Darwin University found that out of the 6 species of crocodile around the world, the saltwater crocodile was by far the most aggressive. A good, or rather gruesome, example of this was when a sedated saltwater crocodile managed to rally enough of its rage-fueled neurons to bite into a veteran's forearm and tear it clean off. A feat which in itself is no surprise. Saltwater crocodiles have the strongest bite of any animal on the planet, reaching forces of 16,414 newtons. They use this force to trap and destroy their prey as they drag it into the depths and death roll the holy crap out of it. Saltwater crocodiles have had numerous fatal encounters with humans, such as when, in 1945, the British Army drove Japanese soldiers into the swampland of Ramri Island. Spending the night in the mangroves, countless Japanese were killed, thought to be ripped to pieces by the crocodiles lurking in the swamps. Another example would be when a boat accident in eastern India led to 28 people falling into the water and being eaten alive. Now, do you remember a few years ago when there were reports of people reaching for a banana at the supermarket, only to find the deadliest spider on earth waiting for their unsuspecting hand? Well, that spider was none other than the Brazilian wandering spider, the holder of the Guinness World Record for the most venomous spider in the world. This hairy, revolting creature bites hundreds of people each year, causing sweating, severe burning, nausea, hypothermia, vertigo, convulsions, and much more. Victims will only survive if they get access to an anti-venom. This is one of the reasons its genus name is derived from the Greek phanephthria, which literally means murderous or killer. These spiders, aside from resembling the earthly avatar of sin, are incredibly dangerous because, well, they enjoy a stroll. That's not a joke. That's genuinely the reason. They walk around all the time, wandering from place to place like the anti-Jesus, sinking their satanic fangs into anything that is unfortunate enough to cross their path. As they prefer to do their wandering at night, during the day they seek out cover, with their favourite hiding places being your clothes, your shoes, your house, your car, or, as mentioned before, your banana bunches. They're about as aggressive as they are hairy, striking often and at will. Their venom is even more powerful than the black widow spider, and they're so badass and intimidating they don't even need a web to call home. They just wander around, killing things like a nomadic street thug. One even wandered its way from South America to England and left a man in hospital for an entire week. Could there possibly be any other animal out there to rival this monster? Well, there is one. It turns out there is one animal, so violent and so horrifying that it slaughters every other animal, apex predator or not, without mercy and without reprieve. But it doesn't stop there. Unsatisfied with its ability to slaughter everything in its path, it even violently kills members of its own species, with a rate of violence against its own kind so high that it's 7 times higher than that of any other animal. It is an animal neurologically hardwired for violent, rage-fueled reactions, especially when you find them on college campuses, with close to 90% of its most violent members being male, and is, in short, the most violent animal in the known universe. Perhaps this is why it's also the most successful animal in history. I am of course talking about us, you and me, human beings. Neuroscientist R. Douglas Fields, PhD, sums up humanity's capacity for violence compared to our animal kin in his book, Why We Snap. Our violence operates far outside the bounds of any other species. Human beings kill anything. Slaughter is a defining behavior of our species. We kill all other creatures and we kill our own. We kill our family members, our children, our parents, our spouses, our brothers and sisters, our cousins and in-laws. We kill strangers. We kill people who are different from us in appearance, beliefs, race, and social status. We kill ourselves in suicide. We kill for advantage and for revenge. We kill for entertainment, the Roman Colosseum, drive-by shootings, bullfights, hunting and fishing, animal roadkill, in an instantaneous reflex for sport. We kill friends, rivals, co-workers and classmates. Children kill children, in school and on the playground. Grandparents, parents, fathers, mothers, all kill, and all of them are the targets of killing. Bloody hell, Douglas, you sound like a right bundle of laughs. I'm definitely not inviting you to a dinner party. But dour Douglas does have a point. No other animal on the planet has the capacity to instill fear in others quite like you and me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider supporting me. You can do that by either joining the 42 Club here on YouTube by clicking the join button below, or heading on over to Patreon.